right to attempted murder on my child.
Now at 10, the family of Jacob Blake leads a rally for justice in downtown Kenosha. And hundreds join the movement in Madison, marching in the name of Jacob Blake. Plus, a local fundraiser raises money for Madison's homeless population. Hear from one couple receiving help.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 10. I'm Amanda Quintana. The fight for justice continues tonight in Kenosha. Jacob Blake's family and supporters from across the state packed the city this afternoon for a rally and march. It comes nearly a week after Blake was shot 7 times by a Kenosha police officer.
There were 7 bullets put in my son's back. I'm standing here with my sisters and my brothers. Hell yeah, I'm mad.
The crowd in front of the Kenosha County Courthouse also heard from Congresswoman Gwen Moore and Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes.
Made it through some of the toughest times in human history, and we are still here today. But unfortunately, we still deal with some of the same challenges that our people were dealing with decades ago.
Organizers say the rally wasn't just focused on justice for Blake, but also focused on the future and the need for activism at the ballot box and in the legislature. A special session to address police accountability following the shooting is scheduled in the state Senate on Monday. Demonstrators in Madison spent their Saturday marching in solidarity with those in Kenosha, calling for charges and justice in the shooting of Jacob Blake. Adam Duxter joins us now from downtown with their message tonight. Adam.
Yeah, man, it was another day of peaceful protest, but those out here today made their message clear. They want criminal charges for Kenosha police officer Rustin Shesky, and they also say they're not certain they're comfortable in the DOJ's ability to investigate the shooting of Jacob Blake.
Today is all about fighting for justice. What's happening right now in Kenosha, I mean, this action is actually really in solidarity with the organizing in Kenosha.
Hundreds today marched from the UW campus to downtown, before eventually ending at the state's Department of Justice. Some in attendance say Officer Rustin Shesky's decision to shoot Jacob Blake was far beyond anything the officer needed to do.
When police see black people, they get this fear that is inhuman, and they don't take other measures. 7 times point blank in the back, like they were trying to take down a bear.
Rhoda McKinney took her 2 children to today's march, the younger of which had this to say.
The department has to accept that you shouldn't kill black people when all they're doing is just they're cooperating, and you guys just kill us.
And while the events surrounding Officer Shesky's decision to shoot Jacob Blake are now being investigated by the DOJ and DCI, organizers of today's event say administrators in those departments are former law enforcement officers and are now asking for another agency to do the investigation itself.
If this person is leading, one of the leaders who is helping lead this independent investigation, an ex-cop himself, how is that fair? Doesn't seem fair. And at the end of today's event, demonstrators laid their shoes outside the Department of Justice, and they say that's symbolic of black lives lost to police violence and mass incarceration. But again, a quiet night tonight here at the top of State Street in the Capitol Square.
Adam Duxter reporting live tonight. Thank you, Adam. Black Lives Matter protests took place in other parts of Wisconsin today as well. In Wausau, hundreds gathered downtown and marched through the streets. Organizers say the protest was peaceful, and they hope to have similar protests in the coming weeks as they push for equality. The White House says President Trump will be visiting Kenosha on Tuesday. They say he will meet with law enforcement and survey some of the damage from recent protests. During a roundtable in Louisiana today, Trump was also asked about 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse, who's facing murder charges for shooting 2 people who were protesting in Kenosha on Tuesday night. He said it's, quote, under investigation, and said he will have a comment in the coming days. Rittenhouse is in Illinois and is expected to be extradited to Wisconsin next month. Dane County District Attorney Ishmael Ozan is making his first public comment in the wake of Blake's shooting. In a statement, Ozan says he supports peaceful protesters, but denounces the presence of what he calls, quote, armed extremists. Ozan says people who support police or change will, quote, leave your guns at home, while those who support justice will peacefully protest and respect the rights of people to express contrary views. Let's get a look at your first warned weather now with meteorologist Dana Fulton. Another sunny day on tap for tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to repeat what we got to enjoy today. Sunshine, low humidity, and very comfortable temperatures. As we take a look at a time lapse of downtown, a lot of sunshine, a few clouds passing over, but overall a really pleasant Saturday. Again, if you didn't get to enjoy the weather outside today, you're going to have the opportunity tomorrow. High temperatures pretty close to average, but we started the day off in the low 60s. Overnight lows tonight will be in the low 50s, so a little cooler for early Sunday morning. All good on the lake front if you're heading to the beach or trying to get on the water tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies and pleasant. Enjoy your Sunday because we will have the chance for some showers and thunderstorms in the work week ahead, but we'll take a look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dana. The Urban League of Greater Madison is giving back today. They held their 5th annual Unity Picnic, socially distanced with a drive-through barbecue and voter registration. The yearly picnic usually draws more than 1,000 people, but the Urban League's president and CEO says today's event was worthwhile for anyone who registers to vote. He says the Urban League will host more voting events in the coming months. We've seen and heard local activists fighting for change in our community, and now they're asking people to put their money where their mouth is to help people experiencing homelessness in Madison. Gabriella Becerra shares how a fundraiser could help 2 Madison couples find new homes.
After suffering the loss of their parents at a young age, Malik Mason and his wife Cherokee fell on hard times.
We're currently homeless. We stay right outside of Walgreens on the Capitol Square.
But others see their struggle and want to help them get back on their feet. So these community members joined together today to help. Half of the money raised from this event will help the Masons find a place more permanent to live.
I feel grateful for these people to try to help me out.
And there was no shortage of support.
Just said, hey, if you want to help out, this is where the money's going. And pretty much everyone that I reached out to said yes.
Organizers like Cedarworth say they feel obligated to help their neighbors out.
Especially as white people, to kind of step up and help the community. It's not safe right now or ever for people to be homeless downtown Madison.
And the Masons,
I'm just grateful that I made it here.
Say they are just happy to be surrounded by people who care.
These organizations are very helpful in giving us funding sources, just giving us the support to keep moving forward.
Out here is family, no matter what race you are, if you're white or black, you know, I really don't care.
At James Madison Park,
your family.
I'm Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
One other Madison couple will receive benefits from today's fundraiser. A GoFundMe page was started for the Masons. You can learn more about their story on our website, channel3000.com. Turning to our coronavirus headlines, the percent of new positive COVID-19 tests has increased for the 5th day in a row. 9.4% of tests in Wisconsin came back positive over the last 24 hours. That's up 0.2% from yesterday. According to combined data from DHS and county dashboards, there are 706 new cases. One more person has died from complications of the virus, while about 7,600 of the state's nearly 75,000 all-time cases remain active. The University of Alabama is reporting more than 1,000 students have tested positive for COVID-19 since classes resumed just 10 days ago. The outbreak on the Tuscaloosa campus is the most widespread of any campus so far in the U.S. Officials say no students have been hospitalized as a result of the virus. The dean of the College of Community Health Sciences says there's no evidence the virus is spreading in the classroom, but urges students and staff to wear masks and social distance on and off campus. UW-Madison is hoping to limit the number of coronavirus cases on campus this semester. Officials are updating the university's new online dashboard daily. They say 77 tests have come back positive since testing started on August 6th. As of today, the dashboard says 3 students are in on-campus quarantine, while 2 are in on-campus isolation. Beloit College is offering students 2 semesters of free tuition after graduation as part of a new program. It's called the Beloit Promise, and officials hope it minimizes the pandemic's effect on higher education.
The 9th semester program is another way that it just recognizes our students as full people. A degree is not just numbers on a page and credits, but we want our students to graduate with a resume, not just a transcript.
The Beloit Action Plan consists of 5 points that are aimed toward helping students achieve a degree during the pandemic. Some changes include mods or 2-course semesters, a mentoring and support system for new students, career channels that introduce students to the professional community, keeping tuition affordable, and offering 9th and 10th semesters at no charge. As many school districts begin the year with virtual learning, students' time in front of screens may increase significantly. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, kids age 8 to 18 already spend an average of 7.5 hours in front of screens each day for entertainment. UW Health doctors are offering tips for parents to help prepare their children for increased screen time.
So one of the things that parents should be telling their child is to take a 20-second break for every 20 minutes that they're on the screen, and they should be looking at something in the distance at least 20 feet away, and this really helps with eye fatigue.
Doctors also recommend that kids take breaks outside or do physical activities, and that parents monitor their child for fatigue and headaches. Coming up on News 3 Now at 10, President Trump surveys storm damage in the Gulf Coast as more than a dozen people have died. Plus, how the state of Louisiana is honoring the somber anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Stay with us.
Experience the joy of a bigger world in a highly connected Lexus vehicle at the Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Lease the 2020 UX 250 Hybrid all-wheel drive for $309 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
Love getting prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh? With the Pick and Save app, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales and rewards like fuel points, all for prices that are lower than the everyday low. So go ahead, get lower than low. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Experience the adventure of a bigger world in a highly capable Lexus SUV at the Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Lease the 2020 NX 300 for $339 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
After a week of demonstrations in Madison and across the country, join us Sunday morning for a conversation with the city's Black Chamber about what's next for members of the Black community, business owners, and Madisonians.
Sponsored by Clean Lakes Alliance's Lake Forecast Monitoring app. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
World War II airplanes flew over Oahu, Hawaii today as part of the 75th commemoration of the end of the Second World War. Organizers hope to thank and honor World War II veterans as well as their families. Today's parade included 2 separate routes covering the whole island. Next Wednesday marks 75 years since the end of the war. President Trump visited the hardest hit parts of Louisiana and Texas today in the aftermath of Hurricane Laura. CBS News' Michael George has more.
President Trump touched down in Lake Charles, Louisiana Saturday, 2 days after Hurricane Laura ravaged coastal parts of the state and neighboring Texas. The president walked through a neighborhood to survey the immense damage Laura left behind. He visited a local food and water distribution center and then headed to a nearby firehouse for a briefing.
Our hearts go out to the families who have lost loved ones.
Hundreds of thousands in the region remain without power or water.
FEMA has delivered 2.6 million liters of water and 1.4 million meals, and that's a lot of meals.
The Category 4 storm's 150-mile-an-hour winds and heavy rain toppled trees and damaged buildings as far north as central Arkansas.
We have some serious catastrophic damage that took place because of this storm.
Now residents are trying to assess and make sense of their losses.
This used to be in the back of the house. This is probably not going to be home anymore. I don't know whether we'll be able to rebuild it.
Later in the day, the president visited Orange, Texas, one of the hardest hit parts of the state. After touring an emergency operations facility, President Trump was asked about the suspected link between superstorms like Laura and climate change.
You've had tremendous storms in Texas for many decades and for many centuries, and that's the way it is. We handle them as they come.
So far, more than a dozen deaths related to Laura have been confirmed. Michael George, CBS News.
Over half of those Gulf residents died of carbon monoxide poisoning from the unsafe operation of power generators. Today also marks 15 years since Hurricane Katrina, one of the worst natural disasters in American history. It caused catastrophic flooding when levees failed around New Orleans, killed more than 1,800 people. 1 million people were also displaced in the Gulf Coast. 15 years later, nonprofit organizations are still helping to rebuild the city.
Let's continue to remember. And let's never forget that we have to continue to bring our people along as we move through the good times and even the bad times, because at the end of the day, we are all one.
Other local officials also gathered this morning to commemorate Katrina's 15th anniversary. There was a small socially distanced parade with a clarinetist playing When the Saints Go Marching In. The mayor laid a wreath to remember the victims. Let's get a look at your firstborn weather now with meteorologist Dana Fulton. We do not have any rain or storms in the forecast tomorrow.
Not for tomorrow, no. We'll have sunshine for Sunday. A few more storm chances starting to develop as we look ahead to the work week, though. So sunny and pleasant for the second half of the weekend. High temperatures will stay in the middle 70s, just a little bit below average, but still very comfortable outside. And our shower chances will return as we look ahead again to the work week. We'll have the chance for a little bit of rain and maybe a few thunderstorms passing through. Right now, though, high pressure keeping things pretty calm through much of the northern Midwest. We enjoyed sunny skies today. We'll stay clear tonight and get a little more sunshine for Sunday. Overnight temperatures will drop to the low 50s, so it'll be a little cool outside for early tomorrow, about 10 degrees cooler than where we were at actually this morning. Afternoon highs in the mid to upper 70s with mostly sunny skies, and then heading into Monday, a little more cloud coverage and a little more rain building in. We'll start the day off with partly sunny skies, but in the afternoon, a little more cloud coverage developing with those rain chances building in the late afternoon and evening. So by about 3-4 o'clock, the showers starting to develop at the southwest edge of the state. That line continues to move east through the evening, passing right over Madison, really between about 5 and 7 o'clock, and that's going to continue to move east and clear out overnight. A little bit of rain, not really a bad thing for us right now. Areas north of of Dane County towards the Dells saw a lot of rain pass through over this week. Still abnormally dry, though, and a big downpour like that, not necessarily a good thing. We want a slow and steady rainfall so the ground has plenty of time to absorb that moisture. And while we are not considered abnormally dry for most of southern Wisconsin, still a little dry out there, still just a little crusty with our grass and our gardens, so some rain passing through would be good news for much of the area. The rain chances this week, that'll help build us back up to where we should be for this time of year. We're a little bit behind schedule with our precipitation totals, but as we look ahead to early September and that 6 to 10 day outlook, not seeing a lot of opportunities for more showers to develop. In fact, a lot of rain expected off to the east, but we're not really leaning above or below below average with our rainfall. Should stay pretty close to our early September averages. Temperature trend also very close to average in the mid-70s for tomorrow, mostly sunny and pleasant. Again, tomorrow we're nice and dry, but we will have a little bit of rain for Monday and Tuesday. Still plenty of dry hours for the start of the week, but we'll be looking at the radar in the afternoons and evenings. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s for afternoon highs. Overnight lows will be in the mid-50s. Partly sunny skies on Wednesday with a little dry spot there in the middle of the week. A slight chance for some storms on Thursday, with temperatures staying in the 70s as we look ahead to Friday and Saturday for Labor Day weekend starting.
All right, and it looks like a good Labor Day weekend. That we're not going to have storms the whole time.
Not the whole time.
We get some sun, and then we get a few showers.
Absolutely. We will have the chance a little bit on Sunday and Monday afternoons, but that's still a week out, so we'll be looking at the timing throughout the week.
All right, thank you so much, Dana. Still ahead on News 3 now at 10. The Packers plan on helping people in Green Bay vote this November. Find out how next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
My wife and I were seriously injured in a car accident.
My daughter was seriously injured in a car accident.
We were just totally lost.
I contacted Bowler and Vaughn, made an appointment, and boy, did it change our lives.
Bowler and Vaughn eased my mind, and they took care of everything.
It's the final days of the Ford Summer Sales Event. Time's running out to buy America's best-selling brand with our best deals of the summer, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup, plus the Ford Promise. But hurry while selection is best. The Ford Summer Sales Event ends September 7th. Hurry in to get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
Scranton is a long way from Wall Street. You won't find skyscrapers or big city bankers, just hard-working people. That's where Joe Biden's story starts. It's why he's running for president, for the backbone of this nation, working families. Donald Trump, he's in it for himself and his wealthy friends. In this crisis, we need to help workers and small businesses, and we need a president who will build back better.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes.
I've smoked, I've drank coffee, I drink red wine, and using Power Swabs, it's made a difference. People ask me, what do you do to whiten your teeth? And I'm really proud to tell them that I use Power Swabs.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Try it now and get up to 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen.
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Get 0% financing for 60 months on many of your favorite Toyota models, like Corolla, Camry, Avalon, or Prius. Toyota.
My wife and I were seriously injured in a car accident.
My daughter was seriously injured in a car accident.
We were just totally lost.
I contacted Bowler and Vaughn, made an appointment, and boy, did it change our lives.
Bowler and Vaughn eased my mind, and they took care of everything.
Packers president Mark Murphy is speaking out on social injustice in a video posted on the team's website this afternoon.
I feel this is an issue that obviously impacts the black community, but it's not up to just the black community to solve this issue. It's on all of us.
Murphy also announced an additional $250,000 grant for social justice on top of the $500,000 already pledged in today's video. He says the Johnsonville Tailgate Village outside of Lambeau Field will also be a polling station during this November's elections. Milwaukee Bucks guard Wesley Matthews says his team is not apologetic for boycotting Game 5 of its series against the Magic on Wednesday. He says the protest was a decision the team made organically.
And it just naturally happened. You know, when we got to the arena, you could see the visible anguish and hurt and pain and upset and confusion and frustration just on everybody's face. You know, I know I felt it. And then when stuff started, you know, Coach Ham had a moment, and it really just set everybody back a little bit into their chairs. Like, it's not just me. You know, it's not just me feeling this. This is everybody feeling this. You know, for Coach Ham, he's got 2 sons that are in their 20s. You know, that could have been anybody. And so, when the decision was made, you know, we were on board. We were just forfeit. You know, that was our intention, was we're going to forfeit the game. And the Orlando Magic didn't accept the forfeit and stood in solidarity with us. And then find out that the whole NBA stood in solidarity with us, which created the postponement of the playoffs. It was incredible. And it was incredible to be a part of an organization, the NBA, the league, the union, to have owners, players, GMs, coaches, everybody in all organizations come together and be like, yeah, we have to do more. We have to do better.
Giannis Antetokounmpo also commenting on Wednesday's protest, saying the team has been in touch with Jacob Blake's family and talked to Blake's father on the phone.
You know, if you really want to, accomplish something and get something done, you can. You know, we're able to, get his family's number within like 30 minutes. And we came together as a team. We were in a circle, talked to his dad, and his dad was tearing up, telling us how powerful what we did at that day was for him and his family. And man, that's bigger than basketball to me. You know, that's bigger than basketball. Like, obviously there's gonna be games that you come in, you score 30 points, 35, 50, whatever the case might be, but that you're gonna remember the way we felt. We're gonna remember the way we felt for the rest of our lives.
The Bucks did return to the court today, looking to close out Orlando in Game 5. Before the game, the Bucks and the Magic both took a knee during the national anthem. Once they tipped off, it was all Milwaukee. They would cruise to a 118-104 win. Giannis finished with 28 points and 17 rebounds. Chris Middleton added his own double-double with 21 points and 10 boards. The Bucks advanced to the Eastern Conference semifinals. They'll play the Heat. That series is set to start on Monday. The Tour de France is finally underway. The annual cycling race was postponed earlier this summer due to the pandemic. It's being held with strict health protocol in place, including teams facing expulsion if 2 or more of their members test positive for COVID-19. Fans normally pack the roadsides as well, but only 100 spectators were allowed at the finish area this morning. The tour is expected to end on September 20th. We'll be right back with one last look at weather.
It's the final days of the Ford Summer Sales Event. Time's running out to buy America's best-selling brand with our best deals of the summer, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup, plus the Ford Promise. But hurry while selection is best. The Ford Summer Sales Event ends September 7th. Hurry in to get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
What happens now? Now that the rent's due, but they've cut your pay. Now that the virus has cost lives, but your health care costs too much. Now that our president has had months, but he still doesn't have a plan. What happens now? Joe Biden knows how to lead through a crisis because he's done it before. When our economy was on the verge of collapse, Joe Biden led the largest economic stimulus in a generation and saved millions of jobs. Now Joe Biden is ready to lead us through this crisis. He knows rebuilding our economy starts with fighting the virus, increasing testing, getting more protective gear for healthcare workers, and calling for mask mandates nationwide. As president, he'll get working families back on their feet by lowering healthcare costs and helping small businesses recover. So what happens now? We elect a president who will build back better.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Money can't buy you happiness. Nonsense. $6 can buy you 2 Arby's sandwiches. That's 2 happinesses. Arby's, we have the meat.
Lately, we found new ways to support and care for each other. And while every gesture counts, so too does every dollar. That's why American Family Insurance is returning $425 million to our customers. This includes a 10% savings for all current and new auto customers for the rest of the year. We hope this does your world some good and reminds you that supporting your dreams means the world to us. Contact your agent or go to amfam.com to learn about more ways to save.
Find your keys. Find your get up and go. Find pants that aren't sweats. Find your friends. Find your sense of wonder. Find the world is new again. At Chevy, we'd like to take you there. Now, during the Chevy Open Road Sales Event, get up to 15% of MSRP cash back on select 2020 models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Get all the latest back-to-school info from News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Well, if you didn't get out today, some good news for tomorrow.
We're going to be able to enjoy the sunshine yet again for Sunday. Temperatures will be in the middle 70s for afternoon highs. Now, it is going to be a little cool early in the day. Our overnight lows will drop to the low 50s. Now, for Monday and Tuesday, there'll be a chance for showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, partly sunny, mostly dry, though there is going to be a slight chance for showers on Thursday. And as we look ahead to next weekend, the 3-day stretch for Labor Day weekend, we'll have the chance for showers on Sunday and Monday.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.